Jenna froze. I'm really who the panel chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her who got a better flow, but she can hang it up just like a telephone. Stick me up with the cost 10K to let it come see it. Hands at me, I'll make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the new in the machine out. Jewelry be cold like the temperature 0. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heaven then they know what I be on. I'm the best, I'm the best, and you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my way up, get on go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, and the best, and you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my way up, get on go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Green Bay Packers and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Singletary to get the drive started. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a first down, but the field goal team is out onto the field. This from 36 yards out. Well, this one's knuckling, and it just does get over the crossbar. He didn't get much of it, but he got it to go. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a 3rd down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they take a big, big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. Finding room at midfield. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, 63 yards. And the Bills strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he's got room. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 more on that one and another 1st down. Here's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. All tied up, 6-6, our score after one. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have taken the lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Crosby with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 83 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. On 2nd down, Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On play action, Allen sliding out of the pocket. And Allen will have the 1st down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. Nyheim Hines, his 1st carry. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Allen. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They run here with Singletary. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. Allen now looks to throw. Flush to his right. And he will get into the end zone as they will indeed claim a 1-point lead. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. The Bills say they have it, and they do. Well, they just scored, they got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
Rolling to his right. Caught on the slant. Touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Rodgers now to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far as a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short it.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde, and he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. first half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. A gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
The second half starts with a carry by Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Jones. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 107 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Jones fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal. Dillon is in. Touchdown, Packers. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And the lead is down to 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down and 4. Allen, a quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot, Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And I think the ball's out. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. And some room to maneuver. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now on 2nd and 16. Rodgers being chased out left. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. But to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. Open man left side, it's the tight end Tunyon. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 40. That was no 3rd and 2, that was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory, right at the 40. On play action, now Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Rodgers now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to get this down near the 25. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Just too much air on the ball, and that's a missed opportunity in a game where you don't have many opportunities left.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for a fourth quarter lead. The kick by Crosby is good, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties.
From his end zone, Isaiah.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
McKenzie now from his end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The 40.
Isaiah McKenzie.
He will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. And that big return sets them up for the potential to now tie this game here in the fourth.
Let's see if they want to ride the momentum of that return for a touchdown, because as you have, that's a monster play. Do you want to ride that momentum into a two-point try, or do you line up and go ahead and kick the extra point?
And he will get into the end zone for two, and this game now tied here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
The fumble recovery certainly has put them in the driver's seat. 1st and 10, all tied here in the fourth.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From the 27, Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker.
But we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. On 2nd and 9, Allen finding Knox there, complete. Touchdown, Bills! Dawson Knox, a touchdown grab from Josh Allen. And the Bills have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
49, 49, Mike, 49. Here we go, G, get off the field.
Rodgers to throw. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but wasn't enough to get them the completion.
To throw is Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. Shifts by at the 15. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the counter, here's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now down to 24 seconds after the spike. Rodgers gotta have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Sam Martin now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty, and with that, the ball game is over.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something